everybody, I'm Landa, aka Creative Mommy of Two, and welcome back, or welcome in case you've never been on my channel. I love to have you. If you like to subscribe, please do so. I would really much appreciate that, and yeah, it will be fun. But do keep in mind, I like to ramble on, so if you're not a fan of rambling, well then this might not be the place for you. So yeah, as you see by the bit of a mess I created, I am going to kit up today. I am going to kit up this beauty, which is Cherry Tree by Deborah Malcolm from the company Diamond Art Club. So I'm going to start up with just cutting off this piece of numbering because I don't use them, and if I just only use the symbol and the DMC, then it will fit easier on my containers, so no need to use this part. Yeah, how was your week? Mine was okay-ish. Do need to look around. Yeah, looks like he's staying asleep. My son is hopefully napping long enough for me to film this today, so if not, well, yeah, then I either need to film it later on today or, yeah, end the video. So we will see how everything goes. So this is all trash. These are the numbers I need, and this is just some piece of spare stuff I'll use. So first of all, in this video today, I am going to show you, as per usual, how I basically kit up. But yeah, it's basically a case of whatever works for you. I have here my drills with the SKU, I believe it was, and the name. I'm going to make some noise, so. My son just turns around and, well, sleeps along. So yeah, today I'm going to make it easy on myself and just basically do color by color. I have these Elizabeth Ward containers. I have here my tray, and I have the 4 different sizes. I have a few over there in case you can see it, right next to my washi tape dispenser, and I have a big box with all the quote-unquote leftovers I have sitting right next to me. Hold on for just a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm just going to turn the volume of my baby monitor down just in case that my son starts yelling. If he really starts screaming, you'll still hear him, but yeah. I think he's not that fast of a sleeper today, so we'll just see how everything goes. First, I'm going to change this one. I have a washi tape dispenser with just a, well, few, the smaller teeth and the bigger. The bigger are good for a little more like plasticky kind of washi, and the paper kind of version. I use the smaller ones, and I am using a flowery roll of washi tape today. I just cut off a piece, put it on the container, grab a color, well, I'm debating if this will fit in here, so I'm first gonna fill it, because yeah, knowing me, I otherwise can do it again. Which I need to be doing. So I need to grab a bigger container, and I also do need to watch over my shoulder every now and then to see if my son is still sleeping, so I'm just going to pour everything over. I most of the times use my thumb and my pointing finger to basically guide the drills from one into the other. I hope you can still see what I am doing. So I'm going to check out for a bit. Yeah, you should be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to grab another piece of washi tape. And this was $37.99. I thought I hear my son, but I was like, that's not possible because monitor is off. But then I realized my neighbors were making some noise, I guess. So we will just do the same with this one and hope it now does fit. Because for one or the other reason, every time it happens. I always try to get them in the smallest containers, even if I have to squeeze a little bit, but oh well. But yeah, so I just stick the labels on and then sort them by size. And then afterwards I make sure they all fit. Start with the biggest one on the left top and then go from left to right. Well, basically till the tray is full. So this diamond painting is a round and it has, what was it, 47 colors? Let's see. Yeah, 47. So, yeah. For the rest of the WIP Chat, I am going to do it this week in a little bit of a different order. Normally I start with my life ramblings and then I go over to whatever theme I picked out for the week. This week I am going to do it the other way around, for in case there are people that just want to hear the stories. Even though this week it isn't really a story-ish, it's a bit of things in the Netherlands. So it's a combination this time, because I wanted to talk about haunted houses here in the Netherlands. My husband pointed one out and I was, well, partly I can do it and a big part of me does want to talk about it because it's fun, but yeah, it's from the attraction park, the Efteling, and it is a haunted mansion, a spookslot, as we call it in Dutch, that is actually already closed down. But it still is pretty fun, so I thought, like, you know what, I'm just going to do it, but I am just going to incorporate it with other haunted houses and mansions. So yeah, the first one I'm going to talk about is not one that is actually been lived in. It's built mainly, only as, yeah, a haunted house. The rest I have a few on my computer, so I am going to look up a lot today. But yeah, it was too much information to copy and paste and still know what I'm talking about, so I decided that would be the easiest way to do things today, so yeah. So, yeah, the first one is, as I said, the spookslot from the Efteling. So, it's a haunted house. This one was, let's see, I'm first going to start here. Well, it actually is built on the, well, it was announced first at 23rd of July in 1978 that the Efteling would build the biggest haunted house in Europe at the time. And, well, they estimated the build to be 2.5 million gulden, which is, well, in nowadays money, the equivalent of 3.5 million. So yeah, in euros, when it was like first transition between gulden and euro, it was 1.1 million. So yeah, Even the value of the euro changed quite a lot in that time. But as many things go, it apparently costed a lot more. In today's money, that whole attraction cost 5 million euros. And it says here that well, let's call it changing rate to what it would be in today's money was when the Wikipedia page was built, and that was 2020. So that's a bit the most information I got from it. So yeah, it was quite an expensive thing. The official opening was on the 10th of May of 1978, so it's quite a old thing. It was opened by Ted Hazekamp, which was then the Minister of Economics. But, and this is where it gets interesting, at least I think, 2 days later there was a special made that was filmed in and around, well, the haunted house. And it was with the lead of the English singer Kate Bush. This was actually her very first TV performance. So, yeah. I don't actually know which song it was again. So I hope I can figure it out later today and just put it in here somewhere. But yes, she had music videos. So in case you like music of Kate Bush, and if not, and you're just curious about Spookslot, go watch it. Try to link a video down in the description box below to the video I found. So can't promise a thing, but I'll try to remember. My brain is foggy, and I don't always watch these videos back because, yeah, it's just a lot of rambling. And yeah, well, you know me. And I like to keep these videos as, well, let's call it natural as is, without too much editing if I can help it. If I do know that my rambling gets to a point where it's almost embarrassing, yeah, then I'm gonna cut stuff out, but otherwise I'll just most likely leave it as is. So. But yeah, I'll try to remember to look up which video it exactly was. I do know it was a really famous one. My husband actually looked it up yesterday, and I was like, I for sure as hell do know the song. So yeah, most likely if you look up what her first television is, you can find it. I'm derailing already. Yeah, so that, sorry, my drills keep moving around. Yeah, that video was actually filmed in and around the Efteling, well, in the Spookslot. So yeah, that's fun. It actually is like a animation show walkthrough kind of thing, so you walk yourself and yeah, stuff around you is moving and you hear the noises and stuff like that. So the like theme song of the attraction is Danse Macabre from let's see if I see here who it was again. I believe I saw it somewhere. Camille Saint-Saëns, if I'm pronouncing it right. So yeah, it's a really famous song. If you want to know it, just type in on YouTube Danse Macabre, and I am pretty sure you'll find it in a lot of different ways. But yeah, so that's that. Let's see. Yeah, if I see it like this, you basically have like a storyline in in the whole thing. So yeah, I'm not going to walk through it, pun intended. But yeah, it has like a complete story about the Count and his daughter and the whole stuff. So yeah, if I'm seeing here correct, if you walk through it, it would take you about 6.5 minutes. So yeah, it's a tiny bit of a storyline that I'm not going to explain in the whole. So yeah. But yeah, actually, like beginning of this year, if I correct here, it's the 24th of January this year. The director of the Efteling made known that it would close down this year, and the actual closure with lost visitors and stuff was the 4th of September of this year. So you can no longer visit it. But there is a new one, well, a new one coming, a new haunted house coming in its place. And this is aptly named Danse Macabre. So, yeah, again, new music will be shown, and I have no clue when the new one will be built and finished and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you're into haunted houses and you like that music, go to the Efteling. It has a lot of fun stuff. I like it actually very much. I've been there like at least 10-15 times. So yeah, it's not as common for me like the last 15 years. I've been there just 3 times, but I know when I was in like elementary school, I had a couple of years in a row where I would go twice a year with just a few weeks in between, because we would go there with the school trip from the school I went to, and also from like a workers / family outing from my dad's job. We also went there, and I most of the times went. So yeah, I've been there a lot of times. Still like it, and I do really want to go there with the little ones as soon as my son stops napping. So maybe with a little bit of luck in the summer we can go, but it's pretty expensive. But yeah, most of these parks are, but yeah. But yeah, there are, in this attraction, there were also some Easter eggs and some, well, fun facts. So I'm going to call these out to you, just for the fun of it. So, the first one of the Easter eggs. In the catacombs that were visible somewhere during the show, there was a, not a tombstone, but like a pillar, I think. Here we call it a zerk. I think these are more like these more opulent kind of gravestones, not like the really tiny basics, but like the more expensive ones. Let's call it like that. But yeah, one of them had the print Den Harti. Let's look before I pronounce that one again. Den Harti. It looks like to be Old Dutch, but it actually is a hint to an Irish rock singer that actually the music was on the radio when they were building it. So yeah, I thought that was a fun one. Then the second one, since 28 in the Winter Efteling, because earlier it was only open in the summer, and now they have the whole thing set aside, which is Winter Efteling. I have been there once. It's cold, but it's really fun. They have like these fires everywhere, and everything is covered in winter theme, and it's really fun, but cold, at least when we went. But that's beside the point. From that point, there was in the catacombs a, again, gravestone with the name Kate Bush. This one was actually used for the TV show that I said earlier. That that were used in 1978's TV show / music video. It was, the entire time, it was stored in the backstage area, let's call it like that, of the Spook Slot. But in 2003, they put the stone, well, actually, out for the 25th year anniversary of, well, the attraction. No, from 2007, 2008 it is in the attraction, and from in 2003 it was temporary next the exterior. That was it. So yeah, Kate Bush has already her own gravestone. As strange as that sounds, but it's true. Well, I have a sticker too much. Don't have an AB yet. But yeah. So yeah, when they filmed that music video / TV show, they must have needed one for something, and yeah, it has been stored there and yeah, used years later. So the third of the Easter eggs I have here is that one of the tombstones on the outside of the Haunted Mansion, because yeah, the outside is already completely in the same style. You can see it like, I believe it's like an old building that's decaying, and yeah, it's looking creepy. I never liked it. I don't like haunted houses and stuff like that. Still like the appeal, but yeah, no, not my cup of tea. I rather have like an actual old house. But yeah, on one of the tombstones that is around the area, there were two logos on the top side. One is actually the old Dutch railway logo, and one is the old bank, the Rabobank. And they were actually representations of like partners from the park at that time. I do believe they still are partners, but I am not quite sure. So yeah. But yeah, so because they were partners at the time, they got their own tombstone. Yeah, and for the fun facts, well, yeah, basically the one is the Danse Macabre by Camille Saint-Saëns is the main theme of the attraction, and also like the main inspiration, I think, for the new version. And let's see, other songs that are used are Klaus, composed by Mark Rose, and Terzaita from the album Seta Notte by Gisto Maki, I guess. So yeah, they are basically the three songs used for it. And the last fun fact, and actually the last thing I have about the Spook Slot before I move on, is that Esmeralda, the daughter of the Count, from her tombstone, lived from MCC, as it says, so 1300 till MCCVY. which is 1206. So theoretically, she was minus 94 years old. I do think that's a good thing to age less instead of age up, but that would be really strange, but I guess they switched the dates around. But I actually never watched it, so I have not much of a clue else, so. But yeah, that's about it that I have about the Efteling. So yeah, I thought it was a real fun fact that the singer Kate Bush had basically her first TV performance there. So yeah, you might already know the place. But yeah, those are always the fun kind of stuff, I think. Like where you don't expect things to be the way they are. So let's see how long I am rambling as soon as I am clearing this thing out. Sun's still asleep, so that's a good thing. It's already 26 minutes. This one will be long, I guess. But yeah, most of the times my kidding up videos are about an hour long, so even though I don't think I can kit it up in one go today, but we'll for sure try. So, yeah, now I can clear this page out and just look for the other places I got. So, yeah, I just basically went on Google and searched around for other haunted places. Because, yeah, you might know that the Netherlands is pretty old and we have a pretty load of old homes and castles and villas, mansions, whatever you all want to call it. A lot of old stuff. And yeah, that also many times means a lot of ghost stories. Many I cannot find like a real complete legend, but for sure as hell I will try, if you are more interested in it, to find more information about these if you would like to know. Once October is done and I'm already done with all the like spooky stuff, I want to dive into legends and stuff, and maybe I can find some stuff about like the ghost origins, to call it like that. So yeah, let me know if you're up to that or not. So yeah, if so, I am going to try, but I tried it yesterday about many of the places I saw. It was, yeah, pretty annoying to find more, because most of the times many of these old castles and stuff are rebuilt into, well, hotels. So if I want to look to like the information about it, many times I first find like 100 sites for hotels, which I will not find the information that I need. Shoo. Yeah. So I have like the basic information and not much else, but we'll see how far we get. And yeah, we'll see what I find. So these are actual homes that are built as homes. And yeah, where you can just hear about ghostly stories, because yeah, they are not for nothing in like the creepy places, haunted houses kind of places for nothing. Do you actually like haunted houses? Like in, as well as the attraction on like theme parks and fairs and stuff like that? Or are you more liking the like actual ghosts, to say it like that, and the sense that like the old homes of people that are basically haunted by people? Or are you not a believer in those kind of stories? I always find them funny, but they also give me the creeps, so I like the things that like what else happened in a certain place, and yeah, it gives it a fascinating history, but at the same time it also gives me the creeps. So yeah, I'm one of those people. I get easily scared. Really easily. Way too easily, I think, but that's beside the point. I'm rambling on again, as per usual. But yeah, you know me. At least, if you've been here before. If not, well, you get to know me now. I am rambly, and yeah, I'm not sorry for it, so. But yeah, again, as I said, the first one on my list is Landgoed Singraven, which is, well, if I literally gonna translate the entire title, it gets kinda creepy. It's estate Singraves. So like an actual graves. So that doesn't bode well if you ask me, but it will. So this was the first strip, so let's get this one out. Ooh, these are tiny ones. So let's see. Here it says that this building was actually built, well, the building was used by Franciscan nuns. Apparently, one of these nuns was cemented in, or built in, alive. And yeah, shortly after that, well, it started to get spooky. When new owners moved in, he apparently on mysterious ways caught fire by an oil lamp. So yeah, that made a lot of people think that the cemented in nun still spooks around in the house. What do you think? She's still around there? I for sure as hell believe in that ghosts can stay behind. So yeah, could be. The next one on my list is actually like a few kilometers from me removed. So I thought this one I just wanted to include for the sake of it being so close to me, and I still haven't heard the story about it, but I do know it's at least used for wedding venues by now, because yeah, I've heard that one coming up more often, and it's also used for events. I don't know if it's also a hotel or something, but that's beside the point, as per usual. But yeah, it goes about Castile Hoensbroek. Castile is castle and Hoensbroek is the place. So yeah, there apparently is a ghost walking around there, the Blue Lady. Her real name was Anna Katerina, and she passed away on the 5th of November of 1760. People do say that she is looking for her two kids, which both died on a young age. The bodies of her kids are, without her knowing, buried. That was a word I was looking for. So the bodies of her kids are, without her knowing, buried inside the walls of the castle. So yeah, I hope for her she finds them, because yeah, it's not fun if you still need to look for your kids even after hundreds of years. So let's just all hope she finds them. Then as the next one, I have Castile Wardenberg. I do see this claim a little more often, but it's one of the most ghost active places in the Netherlands. People feel they are being watched, hear footsteps and whispering. Sometimes they see ghosts or feel mysterious cold places. According to the, let's call it myth, in the Middle Ages there were wizards living there. They apparently made a pact with the devil. They could do everything they wanted for 7 years, and after those 7 years, the devil would get their soul. Apparently, still until today, there are still 2 mysterious bloodstains on the walls, and even until today, they cannot be removed. So that must be a lot of blood. Let's see, how far along? 36. Oh, we can just do a few more before we move on. We have Blokhuispoort in Leeuwarden. It's I guess like a, what's the best way to translate this one? Like a gatehouse? The cube house gate, if I literally translate it. But yeah, it's a haunted place nevertheless, however you want to translate it, but in Dutch it's called Blokhuispoort. I'll also try to remember if I can put in all the names of the places so you can read how they're called, in case you want to look up more. But yeah, this building was built in 1499 as a citadel. After that it was built out to a fort, and eventually till a court building with an execution place. So you can imagine that place is haunted by a lot of people. A whole lot of people, in my opinion, but what does my opinion matter, huh? But yeah, it is used as a prison from 1580 till 2007. So yeah, it's been in use for quite a long time. And yeah, for now, it actually is a museum, a restaurant, and a library. But still now people see things moving, shadows of people, doors closing out of itself with the locks clicking on, and even some people hear voices giving a feeling of having a feeling that somebody touches them. And of course there are always the footsteps of the ghosts. So yeah, a lot of creepy stuff. But again, they are not on a list of creepiest buildings out there without a reason of creepiness. So yeah, I guess it comes with the territory of being a creepy place. So let's see. Yeah, that one was not so interesting. This one was the first one. Let's see, what if I have on this place here? Let's see. Yeah, this one is a fun one. Landgoed Kernhem in Ede, which is also an estate. Kernhem is obviously in the name. And it's close by a cemetery. And, well, the place of Ada. Sometimes a medieval castle. Sometime in the Middle Ages, it was a castle wherein. Well, now I'm reading and talking at the same time, which is not going well. And I do think I have the wrong symbol on one. Huh. Okay. That's what you get when you don't pay attention. So, as I was saying before I was going completely bonkers, this place had in the Middle Ages a castle. And in 1803, they built a estate on the foundations of the castle. Across the estate is a lane that goes into the forest to a hill. The hill that you encounter is an old school hill where the people of Ede performed rituals in the past. At this grave hill, there are many strange and flat stones. According to the stories of old, a lot of sacrifices were made. Who during a full moon at stroke of midnight puts a needle in a stone would get a drop of blood out of the stone. The location also has the visitations of the witte wieven, basically white wives. Well, wives. That's not a really good translation. What's a good translation? Let's call them white women for now. Yeah, they are also basically like stuff from legends. And I'll try if I'll see from like another time. If you want to hear more about the white wives, the witte wieven, from like where and all and what's all with that, let me know down in the description box and I'll try to remember to make a new episode. Maybe even during October, because I have heard those names before. One of them was in like a myths and legends kind of place, so yeah, that one I should be able to find. For sure, should. That is for sure the right way here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I do want to have this color somewhere. There. Let's see. Let's do this one. Where is it? I saw one that I was thinking it was fun-ish. Can't find it now. Yeah, let's go for this one. Castile Wardenberg in Wardenberg. This is the last one I am going to talk about, and then I'm just going to ramble on about, and yeah, call it a day, because it's almost 2:30 by the time I am finished. So, for the last one, the Castle Wilderberg is the castle where apparently in the 16th century Dr. Faust made a pact with the devil. After he didn't succeed in making the, what's the word again? Sorcerer's Stone, I believe. It's also a book from the Harry Potter series. So yeah, he made that pact with the devil. He could again do whatever he wanted for 7 years. And yeah, after that, his soul was for the devil. And so it was. After 7 years, the devil came to get Faust and he dragged him by his hairs through the trail, what's the word? The bar gates, like the same thing, the iron stuff you find in like old prisons and stuff. He dragged him by his hairs through it outside, and his blood trail still is visible. So, that's the last of it that I have for now, because otherwise I'm still talking in an hour or so. And I think this video is long enough by now. It's 46 minutes, so yeah, I'm not going to get this all finished in this video, so sorry for that if you want to see it all finished, but with my rambling and looking at the screen and stuff, it is not possible for me. So, yeah. Let's see this one. Yeah, for the personal updates, there actually didn't happen much this week. Our son still is having the cold. Daughter was luckily done with it on Tuesday last week, so on Wednesday she got back to school, which I was really happy with, because yeah, there comes a point where it's like enough. Our son is still sniffly. He is like basically snot coming out of his eyes still until Sunday. Today it's not too bad, but yeah. So we're basically keeping it a bit low, doing not too much, as per usual. Even though we did trick our kids and had a lot of fun with it. On Saturday we basically, most of the times we eat French fries, which we call here frietjes, or friet, whatever you want to call it. Netherlands have a lot of names for friet, so French fries. Patat is also a thing that you hear quite often. So, a lot of names for the same thing, French fries. And we were basically like, no, we aren't eating French fries today, even though she already saw the bag and all. We were calling them potato sticks, aardappelstokjes. And she was the entire time, every time we said it like potato sticks, she was like, no, French fries, frietjes. We're like, no, they aren't French fries. You can see that, right? They're potato sticks. Even when she was eating, like, no, not potato sticks, French fries. And in the end, our daughter was done with her plate, and my husband still had a little bit of leftover, and was like, I am done. And so he gave some to our daughter. And at that point she was like, potato sticks are good. We looked at each other and we're like, Seriously, now they are potato sticks? Just because she could eat, well, she was the whole time saying they aren't potato sticks, they are French fries. Because they came out of her daddy's plate, it was a potato stick all of a sudden. Because we kept saying like, oh, you can eat French fries, we are eating potato sticks. They're really good, you should try. Then afterwards, she was all of a sudden having potato sticks. So yeah, it was fun. Needed to seriously giggle with that one. But yeah, our daughter is a strange one. But at the same time, my husband and I also aren't the most normal people, so I don't blame her. And yeah, for the rest, what else happened? My brain is completely fried. I'm really tired today. My son woke me up like... It was after my alarm clock went off, but normally I take like half an hour or something before I actually wake up and start my day so I can wake up slowly. He wasn't having it today. So yeah. He woke me up way earlier and than I was intending to. But oh well. Lucky for him, I love him. Well, with all the sniffles going around, my husband now has the flu. He was at a point where I was like, I'm feeling good enough to go to work, but who knows, maybe I'm going home later today, but I was like, we'll see. Did make an apple pie with our daughter yesterday, so when she is out from school, I'm going to, well, eat a little bit of apple pie with her. But I only used wrong kind of apple, so it's a little bit of a soggy dough kind of stuff, but still tastes good. It's just a bit soggy. Most likely I will make one for my husband to take with him to work, so I can redeem myself then, so yeah. For the rest, not much happened. On crafty news, I finished Cat and Fairy. I don't think I'm going to do the review filming today because it's already late enough as is and I don't want to need to hurry. But we'll see in a bit. Who knows? Hey, I finished that, so most likely tomorrow I will be filming the review for that. Then I can kit it down as far as I possibly can at the moment because, yeah, I can't reach all of my crafting stuff because, yeah, the basement still is a mess, but I still need to dig it out a little bit. Like in a few weeks or so because, yeah. Yeah, it's something. Yeah, I also, yesterday, I finished finally the iron-on beads kit. Which was a real pain in the ass to iron, but yeah. So let me know, just in case, would you like to see a review on it or would just in a WIP Chat my opinion on it count? Because yeah, I don't know how many people would like to see that one. Because it is for the fact that I already have two, but otherwise I for sure as hell would not buy them again because they annoyed me. It really did. But yeah. Guess that's about it that I can talk about. Cause yeah, again, my brain is getting fried already, so yeah, time for me to stop rambling, see what I can do, and after half an hour, it's already time for me to get the son out of bed and start walking to the school so I can pick my daughter up. And then, yeah, all that fun starts. Let's hope she wants to come back home today, so keep your fingers crossed. But yeah, I am going to leave it at this for today. If you want to know more, like haunted places in the Netherlands or other myths and legends, I'm trying to keep it spooky/witchy for October. After that, I can go to another genre. If you do know about something from the Netherlands and you want to know more about it because you don't know a lot, let me know down in the comment section below and I see if I can find more information about it and yeah, chat your ears off about that one. As always, well, you know the drill. Like this video, give it a big old thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I guess if you watched/listened to my rambling for almost an hour, you might be able to say that you can better subscribe, because that must mean that you like my rambling. Yeah. Again, I hope you liked this video and I hope to see you next time. Bye!